Hello, and welcome to Controversies in Church History, the podcast that takes you through the most important events, ideas, and people, controversial ones in the history of the Roman Catholic Church. My name is Derek Taylor. I'm your host for this podcast. Thank you to all of our listeners, as usual. If you would like to know more about the podcast, you can visit our website, churchcontroversies.com. You can follow us on Spotify. I'm on Spotify for podcasters. Apple Podcast, wherever you listen. I'm also on YouTube. Please subscribe and go like the Facebook page. And if you feel so inclined, you can go to our Patreon page and become a patron of the podcast and make a small monthly donation. And so, yes, welcome to Controversies in Church History. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you made it this far, April Fool's Day, because this is not a real not a real episode. There is no Pope Joan. The whole thing is made up. The actual story. By the way, I did this. I'm pulling your leg. Sorry, it's April 1st. I figured I would. By the way, there was a legend of Pope Joan. It rose up in the Middle Ages. This is made up. The idea there was a woman who somehow managed to get herself on the throne of Peter sometime in the 13th century, I believe. I believe the earliest stories was in 1100. Later on, I think it was a Dominican friar made up another story. The 9th century, that's the one you saw in the advertisement for this. But there was never there's no Pope Joan. But one fun fact about this is that apparently people believed this in the Catholic Church in the early 15th century. Apparently at the Council of Constance. Jan Hus made appeal to Pope Joan. People thought this was true, apparently at one point. But by the end of the 15th century, enough skeptical humanist scholars in the church, they began to this isn't real. Unfortunately, it was dredged up again naturally during the Protestant Reformation as a polemic against the papacy. But no, there is no Pope Joan. I'm just pulling your leg. Happy April Fool's Day to all of you. But if you do want to go find out more about the podcast, please take time to go and look at some more new episodes. And we will be having some more coming soon in the next week. So thank you guys for listening. Hopefully I didn't freak anybody out. Not going weird on you or anything. It's just a joke. So happy April Fool's Day. Have a great weekend, everyone. God bless and take care.